What is up, my viewers and subscribers? I am Mike Wayne, aka Rebel 180, and this is my 20. This is my review of the 25th Treehouse of Horror. And on the off chance that I get flagged simply because of the name, I want to say that if I get claimed this time, I will dispute it and explain why you should watch before you flag. Because Fox may own the name of this show, but they do not own my opinion. Okay, so after watching this, please rate and comment if anyone is watching. And so here we go. It starts off with Kang and Kudos introducing the show, naming off ridiculous amount of guests and all this, and then they blast some guy's head off, and it goes to the opening credits. And the first portion of the episode is Bart is in detention because he cemented the sandbox, and Ralph, being Ralph, he's like, I can't get lost anymore. You know how he is. And then he, to make matters worse, he told everyone that lunch would be served by a naked woman, which was totally untrue. And Principal Skinner yelled, "It was a lie. There is no naked lunch lady." And Principal, Superintendent Principal Chalmers rises up and is like, "Oh, I knew that." So anyways, so he's in Bart's in detention, and he, while playing dominoes with the desktops, he discovers that there is something up with one of the desktops, and so him and Lisa investigate it, and it turns out it's a portal to hell. Not just a portal to hell, but a school inside of hell, which is kind of weird. I mean, that would be torture, right? To have to go through school even in hell. Even in the afterlife, you have to learn. Like, that's ridiculous. But anyways, Lisa meets these mean girls, and they insult her clothes, and she insults the unoriginality of them insulting her clothes, and then she becomes popular, and it starts snowing, and she's like, "Wow, it's true. It would be a cold day in hell when I become popular." And so Bart actually discovers that he excels at being in a school inside hell, the hell school, whatever. He actually discovers this by suggesting a form of torture in the class. The teacher asks, how would you torture a bank robber? And no one could answer, and then he comes up with, just feed him a whole bag of money until his stomach explodes. And so she congratulates him, and he's like, "Wow, I never thought this would happen, but I have a crush on my teacher." And she's like, "In hell, we can actually make that happen," and all this stuff. And so that's pretty much the gist of that. And yeah. So he decides to ask his parents, which in real life would be ludicrous, but he asks his parents if he could attend this hell school, and they accept. And he starts doing very well in it, and he tortures his dad, which his dad lets him, and so he becomes the valedictorian of that school. whatever. And so the second portion is they do a parody of Clockwork Orange, which is ridiculous because that movie came out years ago, and I don't even know if anyone remembers it. Well, apparently WatchMojo.com remembers it because that's all they ever use most of the time is clips from that movie. This was called A Clockwork Yellow, and it features a young Moe, Lenny, Carl, and a young Homer. And they basically do all this crazy stuff, and they're parroting all the lingo that was in that movie. And, you know, fast forward to years later, Moe's the one being bullied by people, by young people like he used to be. And, you know, Homer, of course, he's with Marge, and the baby turns out to want to be just like what Homer used to be. And so, you know, they get the gang back together, pretty much. Yeah, they get the band back together, and so they go on some sort of, you know, hunt or whatever. They try home invasion, and it ends up backfiring because there's a party going on, and then they all get into a huge brawl, and Moe's the only one of the gang getting beaten up, but he's happy. And then it cuts to a guy writing the script, and then he says, "No, this won't do. Figure out something else for it, or whatever." And so the final portion, and the most important one, because this was a rumor, this was announced on the internet that this was going to happen. It starts out with Homer and his family getting haunted by ghosts. It starts out with some blood thing being written like, "Please help me," and then Homer goes no, and puts 3 exclamation points, and then the blood, like, 3 exclamation points. That's excessive. And so then as it turns out, the Simpsons actually get to meet the ghosts of their former selves from the Tracy Ullman Show, which was kind of weird when you think about it. And you know, they all start killing each other, and Willie takes off with Bart, Lisa, and Maggie's body, and they're all wondering how Maggie died. And you know, Homer starts a love triangle between him, his former self, and his former wife and his current wife. And so, you know, that's how that gets started, and they all agreed to get along in the end. But then Lisa poses the question, what is to stop them from making different incarnations of us? And then in comes a 3D model of all the Simpsons, and the dog talks. Then Anime Simpsons, and they have South Park Simpsons, Adventure Time Simpsons, Archer Simpsons, you know, Despicable Me Simpsons. It's ridiculous. But it was kind of funny, you know, to see all that stuff happening. And so I'm just glad that I was able to watch this, and I'm glad that I'm actually able to review it. But like I said, if this gets claimed, I'm going to dispute it, and I'm going to explain why this video needs to be watched before. I'm going to explain why this video will need to be watched before getting flagged again. Um, hope I don't think they would go as far as to claim a review, but just in case, I'm going to say this: I will dispute it this time. And any future reaction videos, I will dispute. So I am Mike Wayne, aka Rebel180. Please rate and comment. So long for now. Oh, and wait a minute. Don't forget to watch my Raw review tomorrow. And don't forget to watch my Raw review tomorrow. And on Friday morning, I'm going to do the season finale of Machine Training. And then Saturday, I'm going to do another episode of Mike Wayne's Movie Night. And also, I am going to put a link in the description of the last episode in this video so that you can make sure to watch it. So please just go ahead and watch it. So long for now.